And welcome back to the TheNosePlays Thea 2 Wrath of the Sea DLC. We are continuing part 4 of our playthrough, and it is wintertime. We actually just ended the turn before winter on the last video, and now that winter is here, there are several things that are going to be happening. First and foremost, we have experience points. For all events are doubled for all characters. So, one thing that's important to do during the wintertime, in my opinion, is to group all your characters together so that any events that are encountered by the entire group, and therefore everybody's getting double XP as often as possible. The second thing that you really need to do is spend as much time traveling from point of interest to point of interest. So we are not going to be spending much time gathering. We actually have more firewood than it looks like at the moment. You'll see over here in the corner it says there's only 5. We've got a little bit more than that. But we don't need a ton of firewood because typically you only use up firewood when you are camping. So as long as we don't spend a lot of time camping, we'll be fine. But there are a couple of effects. Number one, if there's any snow, as there is at the moment, visibility and movement are reduced by 1. A snowstorm, visibility by 3 and movement by 2. We can also have a windstorm, similar to the windstorms we saw before. And then scorch and darkness will happen occasionally as well. We don't see these events as often in the early game, but they can happen. So that's where we're at right now. We did group all of our party back together near the end of last game, and we did, for the most part, fully equip everybody with some basic light armor. Light armor is nice because it works against all types of combat. Unfortunately, its effectiveness is pretty mediocre. Basically, it'll soak 1 or 2 really minor hits, but it's not going to save you in any significant fashion. We did get a shield made, we did get a crossbow made, we got some nice javelins. These are actually elemental javelins, which means they have a special effect, which is nice. And they're significantly better than the one that we had. And then our prize possession, we went ahead and we crafted a Dryad wand using the tier 3 obsidian that we found, and we happened to roll really well on the completion and get a master crafted version of it, so it's significantly more powerful than a standard wand of this type with these materials, which is pretty cool. So that's where we're at. I think we're in a pretty good spot to go ahead and break camp, and my game's going to kind of freeze there for a second. And we're going to go ahead and we've got to get to the curve game. I thought there was something over this way, but I don't see anything over there now. And then we also have logbook, the Lightbringer quest. So we have to find something. I think we have to go visit their village, which is kind of dangerous because it's all the way over here. And then there's one more quest over here I think we have to complete, but I'm not 100% sure. I thought we did that already. Either way, we're definitely going to be doing some movement, and since we have the hunter, we can go ahead and do this. Ooh, some eggs. Okay. And research material giant crow. Let's turn egos off. We might use those in a recipe. It looks like we've actually eaten a lot of our food. I'm going to turn mushrooms off as well. We'll turn most of the raw foods off for the time being. And then I'm going to go ahead and allow Dryad wood to be burned for the immediate future, which is going to put us up to 58 turns of firewood. And winter is only 36 turns long, so we should be in a pretty good spot here. I guess we're just going to continue to move in this direction, and since I can't move anymore, we might as well make camp. Anytime that you're near a wood deposit, you should probably go ahead and make camp. We need 350. Yeah, it's gonna have to be... I guess I could do... Is that... Yeah. Okay, so these two guys can gather wood in a single turn. And then that allows us to throw people on some of these other things if we wanted to. I want to see if there's anything we could cook with our new recipes. And it looks like there is, yeah. So I can put the eggs and the vegetables. And we'll make that a favorite. And then I also want to do vegetables and berries. And we'll add that to favorites. And we can probably get quite a few of these done in a single turn. And then this is our new girl. Equipment. I'm going to go ahead and move the kitty cat onto her just in case she might have the ability to become a witch if we get her mysticism high enough. I think you need to get a mysticism score of at least 4 and be in possession of a cat in order to roll a chance to become a witch. So we're going to do that since I thought of it. And we're going to end our turn since we can't really move anywhere else and can't really get anything else done. But we will get some food made. Okay, so we got 9 firewood. The reason we only got 9... if I click over here... I guess it is still green. Some things in the wintertime are more difficult to gather, but I'm actually not seeing that right now, so I'm not sure why that is. Maybe it's a difficulty thing. Okay, his primary stat is definitely perception, and her primary stat, we don't really know yet, but we were kind of leaning into destiny on her. We could also lean into wisdom. Might as well take the 2 points. Alright, and we got the foods made that we could make. We'll go ahead and break camp and get the move in. We need to move this direction, so I guess we're going to move there. Movement's just going to be really, really slow right now until we get out of this snowstorm, which will last for who knows how many turns. But since we didn't get very far away from the wood, I think we'll go ahead and make camp and have these guys gather wood again, and then I'm not going to be able to get malachite in a single turn. Is there anything we could craft in a single turn? We could craft some more gathering tools. Probably not in a single turn, though. Yeah, it would take us at least 2 turns to get that done. And it's not that critical that we get this done right now, so I'm not going to bother with it. Pretty sure there's nothing we can cook at the moment. Oh, yeah, there is. So we'll get these guys over there. They can get that cooked. And we don't need that at the moment, which means yep, we're not going to be able to do any research. You have to complete the research or you lose any progress, so it's no good to do half of it and then move. Alright, that will help immensely. Now we should be able to get over to... Is it this tile? Okay. I think I want to move to this tile then. Or we can move here. but we won't have enough movement to get to that. I think we'll move over here. And if we get our best gatherers on the meat, we can get some meat done. Can we cook anything? I can actually cook more of this. Let's get that done. Alright, so we got 3 stacks of meat. I'm curious, so it looks like my theory about overflow only applies to gathering, maybe? Because at 135, well, no, 400 would still be just 3 stacks, wouldn't it? Because that's almost exactly 3 stacks. 135, 135, 135. That's 300 plus 35, 35, 35. Just a little over, so maybe not. Maybe that isn't a thing anymore. Well, that's good to know. Before we move on, though, I do want to make sure that we're not eating our meat. And I'm going to go ahead and turn that off as well. Just keep our raw foods available to us for cooking purposes. We have a lot of this, so we're not going to run out of food anytime soon. Notice we only have 65 turns worth of food. That's partially based on the number of people in our party. So the more people in your group, the more food you'll need, and that's where that number comes from. Each turn they'll use 1 random piece of food. Okay, so we have the curve game right here, and then we have another point of interest over here that we want to take care of. And then there's a crow's nest up there, so we'll want to do that as well. So let's break camp, and let's travel to the curve game. Leopold's map leads you to an abandoned house. An invite to the curve game is supposed to dwell. Demon or wisdom? Dole are friendly demons. Go in and call her out. Go in carefully or leave. The Dola demon is rare and often goes unseen, for she takes on the shape of common pets. So when you see a black cat staring at you, you suspect it's her. We tell her of the Gishtak you met and the curve game that you need to get into. Ah, the silliness. Yes, I do know of it. But why should I aid you? Or that notorious friend of mine who should not have participated in the first place? House demons playing cruel tricks and fun and gambling, the shame. Okay, so we have some different things we can do here. We have a child, we have harmony, or we can try and implore her with our wisdom trait. I think we'll just use the child to get her to help us out. Playing nasty tricks on children, I will not stand idle by, my dear. I shall aid you, because someone should go and sort those fools out. So we get some blessings, that's good. How should we get in? It says, I will briefly grant you my ability to shift form. This way, the demons will think you're one of my kind. So all you need is this invitation. She hands you a bloody human tooth. It will show you an entrance when the time for another game comes, and my enchantment will work when it needs to, no sooner. Thank her and leave, get some bonus XP, hopefully. And it's off to the next one. Now, what's the best path to get there and still maybe do some gathering? It looks like it doesn't really matter. Whether we go here or whether we go here, we're still going to be able to gather meat. So we'll move over here. Ah. You are ambushed by a band of crazed scavengers, clearly driven to take more risk than usual. Let's just fight them. We are pretty capable at this point. But just to be sure what we're dealing with, this is the screen I told you guys about earlier where you can actually check out what we're dealing with here. So they have 4 cards. This is a 19th health with a trash attack. Strength of the Swarm can actually be kind of powerful. This character has trash attack and a weapon of some sort. Not one he can use in a red combat, so that's no worry. He has trash attack. And these guys all have pretty low stats, so I'm not too worried about them. Their health is in the 20s. And then the Starving Wolf is the one that I am a little concerned about. So, strength of 7, brute force, and a bite ability. And it also has Hunter's Mark. But let's go ahead and jump into this combat. This shouldn't be too difficult. We have a lot of armor. So, who do I want to play first? I think we want to play her first. And maybe we'll play her like in this position. She's got 2 attacks. This one actually does extra damage if they have armor. But this one actually does more damage even if... what is 18 times 2? It's 36. But it's actually 18 plus 9 because it's 150%, I think. Yeah, so this attack is still better than that attack. It is slower though, so this has a faster speed. That could actually be important. But I'm just going to go ahead and throw her out now. Since that's such a slow attack, we want to get her down early. And this is a targeted attack, I believe, as long as nobody's in this tile. The wolf is a little bit scary. We could reduce his scariness quite significantly by playing Hunter's Mark a couple times, but I'm not super concerned about that. Plus, this character has 30 armor, and what's her attack up to? 17? So that's actually pretty good. We could put her in front of the first wolf. And then I still have another point. He's got a 7 damage ranged attack. He's got his 11 damage spear attack. I think if we put him there, the wolf is gonna die. Because he's going to swing again, and she's going to swing, and that should kill the wolf. So this wolf probably won't get a chance to attack. Oh, they're very fast, though. The bite is a very, very fast attack. We might be able to do something about that, but probably not enough. So the wolf is going to get a swing again. That's unfortunate. We do have a boar. So I want to save one of these points for the boar, and we'll put the boar to soak one of the wolf attacks since they're so quick. But we probably want to play her again. So we'll put her there. She'll get 2 attacks with her wand. And then I have 2 points left. I definitely want to use 1 point for the boar in that spot. And then I've got 1 point left. And neither one of these characters have a particularly awesome attack. And they are all backline attacks. So do I even really want to put one of them down? They do have plenty of armor. Let's see, his is 15. So yeah, if we put one down, we want to put him. He's the guy with the crossbow. Alright, this should go pretty much in our favor. So the boar will get his attack off, which doesn't do much. The wolf will attack the armor. The wolf will kill the boar, but now the wolf's gonna die. Okay, she gets to confirm her attack, and we get to choose only this character because he's standing in front of her. If he wasn't standing in this tile, then we would have our pick of targets, I think. But that's enough to just wipe him out. And she'll take him down to 1. He'll lose a little bit of armor. This is for 15 damage. So unfortunately... I guess it really doesn't matter. I guess we'll do that. Okay, and then her attack, we want to attack this guy for sure, because that gets him off the field. He will automatically attack the wolf. Alright, and then this is pretty much over. Alright, you are ambushed by a band of crazed scavengers. We have defeated them. We got some meat, we got some vegetables, we got some mushrooms, and some really crappy leather. Also, a dog. Increases perception and sanity. Let's go to our inventory real quick. Actually, our equipment. We can put the dog on the gentleman with the crossbow. Because he's a hunter, and he gets increased perception, which is nice. Increases the stats on his bow ever so slightly. Okay, I think we used up all of our movements, or at least all of our meaningful movement. We're going to go ahead and camp, and we'll get our 2 best gatherers on that. And then we definitely have some new cooking we can do. So we have some vegetables and some meat. Before I cook that up, is there anything else I can make with the meat and the eggs? Doesn't look like it. So it's just the vegetables. Oh, we can do mushrooms and meat. Have we done this one yet? It does not look like we have. Okay, so let's make some of this. Get those 2 on that. And everybody else is probably good doing nothing for a turn. Okay. You were sent by Leopold, yeah? Say, maybe I pay you and you kill that annoying twat. We both happy, eh? No, that's not what we're about. No. We won't be doing any killing of the Leopold. At least not yet. Alright, let's move over here. Investigate the south. We're going to take the dangerous area. Ooh, nice chunk of iron. Some nut tincture. I'm not sure how that's pronounced. Alright, let's head over to the crow's nest. And while we're in this tile, definitely get some of these goodies. I want to get a bunch of coal and a bunch of that. And then once again, should be able to cook that. Alright. We leveled up. I want to go mysticism on her because we're trying to make a witch. And then our elf has Ancestor's Voice, which was a pretty interesting skill, but it was semi-redundant. The nice thing about it, though, is it was like an AoE, so we should definitely level this thing up. Very powerful in yellow and purple combat. Alright, all this food spread around is going to make it really nice for us to be traveling like this. because each turn we're going to be able to collect more stuff. You can see we're actually gaining firewood and food as we're traveling here. Alright, let's go ahead and where's this crow's nest at? Is it this one? Yeah. Smoke them out or kill them? Let's smoke them out. Alright, more eggs and a little bit of gold. And we wanted to move north. Okay, so from this tile I can actually get a lot of gathering done. And there's another village over here that we can go and talk to. It looks like there might be a point of interest up here as well. So this will be a good place to camp for a couple of turns. Maybe just one. Okay, so let's put you on wood and you on wood. And then I'll put you and you on grain. You and you on vegetables. And that's probably good. There's not going to be anything for you to do, unfortunately, but we can just throw you down here for now. Get a bunch of resources and a couple more levels. Okay, so he's got luck. We'll just keep increasing his luck till it's maxed out. And he can get better at gathering or better at sneak attack. I really like the sneak attack ability. I want to get it maxed out soon, so we'll do that. We found 30 vegetables, 40 grains, and 12 wood. Now, let's make sure we're not using up our eggs, which we're not. And we can actually stop burning the dryad wood until we burn up all the regular wood, so there's no need to do that anymore. Also, we got a little bit of coal. We should probably at some point try to make some composites. We'll probably do that if we have an opportunity. We'll probably do that if we have an opportunity to camp where there's not a lot to gather, and we'll see if we can't spend a turn maybe trying to make some composites. Scout a safer route, or try to backtrack quickly. The path you were on seems solid and safe, but you realized too late you stepped into quicksand. We should be able to handle this type of, yeah. Everybody gets a physical blessing, that's cool. And we get some more experience.
Welcome. What brings you to our humble abode?
Okay. Let's go ahead and visit and drink. We got a mental blessing and we got some more of that, which is always a good thing. And then, did we have any movement points left? We did. So now the question is, do I want to move up here and gather? Can I move? I can. I can move here and gather some dryad wood. Or we can head over here, or I can go back to the town. Let's go back to the town.
What brings you to our humble abode?
Oh, let's get a quest for sure. We get extra XP for quests. Ask if there's anything that needs killing. It says there's a vermin nest about. Agree. So we should have a vermin nest somewhere spawned around here. Aha, there it is. So we'll have to head back over that way eventually. And this is kind of what I was talking about. So right now, we don't really have enough movement to get... Well, I guess I could get there and grab some fish. Yeah. Let's go ahead and camp here. We'll get some fish. And then this is the first time that we've actually looked at this composite screen. So what we can do here is we can take lower class materials and combine them with coal to make higher grade materials. We can also break high grade materials into larger quantities of lower class materials once we've learned them. So this is one way to get to the higher tier stuff. Until we learn tier 3, we can't use coal to craft tier 3 stuff just yet. But eventually we'll be able to do that, and that'll be pretty good. For now, I can make some more malachite. Or 4 malachite will turn into 8 amber, I think? Times 4. I can't remember how that works. So 2 of these turns into 8 of those. Yeah, okay. And then 3 of these from diamond and coal. So I could turn a bunch of these gems into that. No, this is actually the reverse, right? This is coal plus this equals that. I want to go the other direction. So this is what this means. 8 of these turns into 2 of those, and we can do that up to 4 times. Yeah, let's convert. So we want to make that from those. And unfortunately... Oh yeah. Yeah, it's pretty easy to do. So these 2 guys can get that done. And actually, she can get it done by herself. And then we should be able to design some new meals here, because I've got grains and eggs. And we've also got meat and berries, which I think is already a favorite, so we don't need to make that one here. But I don't think I have eggs and berries. So that one's new. And that's going to take 2 turns, really? Well... what if I put you on that? Yeah, that works. And then go back to the gathering page and we'll add him to that. There we go. Okay. Cool. So we made a little bit of malachite from those amber gems. We got some XP for everybody, which is good. She has dizziness powder or flying daggers. She's already got 1 point in flying daggers, so we might as well get that leveled up. This character, I think we added points to wisdom. So reliable argument feels pretty good there. And then crafting benefits from intelligence. And it's a 2-pointer, so probably worthwhile. Okay, break camp. Let's head over here. Scout the area. Devise a tactical plan to defeat them, sneak past them to loot the ruins, or use the element of surprise and attack. These guys are going to be pretty easy to beat, so I'm not too worried about it. Looks like we got some bones. And everybody got some more blessings. Search the ruins. We found some granite, which is a wild resource. And unfortunately, I think we're out of movement now. So this is a situation where we can still camp. Even though there's nothing to gather, we could maybe get some research done. 2 turns to do research. What about food? We've got lots of things we can cook here. Let's see, what do we have? I don't think we've made that in a while. Well, we haven't made that ever. I'm trying to see... I guess if I do... Does it tell me how many of these? Okay, so this one we definitely don't need any more of. This we only have 6 left. That we have 0. That we have 54. So we probably don't need that one. Yeah, that one is definitely not needed. This one we only have 5. 54, 16, 56. I've already got that one in the queue. And then how many of these do we have left? Oh, we only have 1 of these left. Okay. So let's get somebody making those and that. And mushroom goulash. Make some of those. Make some of those. Yeah, that's probably good. Just keep everybody busy. It looks like we have a interesting combination of people who have found a little girl in the cabbage patch. Okay, and some more level ups. Yes, please. And he's a gatherer, so we'll max out gathering ASAP. He also does not have the higher yellow stats, so we won't be worried about that. Okay, and we got a whole bunch of new foods, so that's good. Food is looking really good right now. Okay, I think, yeah, that was all the way down here that we needed to go to clear the rat's den for these guys. So that's kind of unfortunate because I kind of want to head the other direction. But I guess we'll go ahead and move over here. And we can camp and get some more firewood and some more grain. We can also get some more cooking done. What do we have that we can still cook? I can cook some more of these, or I can cook some more of that. We have 66 of those, but only 36 of this, so let's get some more of that. And then... a little bit of a delay there. 2 turns? What if we swap these 2 around? Like that. There we go. Perfect. 1 turn each. Alright. Teach this child some good old trade, gatherer or craftsman. Well, we already have a gatherer. I'm not sure. Do I want just a whole tribe of gatherers? Let's get another craftsman. She's beautiful and attractive. I don't know how that works, but whatever. Rejoice. Okay, let's take a look at our new character. So... what do her stats look like? Man, they're just really good all around. She's got a lot of wisdom. Okay, what do we want to... maybe craft her some, like, wisdom-y weapons, I think? I can't recall if we have any of the wisdom weapons unlocked. We have lots of points. We have 3 points, actually. Oh, it's not a lot of points. Let's see. Let's look at crafting, and let's look at wands. So, like, if we make a bone wand with, like, dryad wood. Yeah, see, I think all wands are like, well, they do. They can be used in mental challenges as well. Wands are pretty powerful. They're really slow, but they do double damage to summons. So what we really need to do is research like the books and the scrolls. Okay, well. Yeah, we can't quite make it there yet. So we'll have to set up camp again, which is fine. Put our 2 best gatherers on that, and our 2nd best on that. And let's see, what kind of cooking can we get done? I still got a fair amount of fish. I've only got 18 of those left. Let's make some more of that. And then some more of that. And what can you do? I guess you can help with that because everybody else is busy with other things. Okay. Use our hunter to set traps. Sweet. We got a new shield and a really crappy quartz spear. Spears have the first strike, similar to the javelin, which is nice. Alright, so... I still have some quests that I need to do, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure where to go to finish them. The Lightbringers are over here, and there's still a star over there, so I don't know if we need to go back over there or not. But I kind of want to finish scouting the north area here. So I think we're going to use the little bit of movement we have to head back this direction. And once again, we'll set up camp. Grab some coal, grab some of that. Let's see, we can make some more of that, and not much else, huh? Yeah. Doesn't really matter all that much, I guess. We're not really hurting for any resources at this point. We are kind of burning through our wood, but we still have all that dried wood if we really need it. Got another point of research, which is good. We never did unlock topaz. And we also never unlocked obsidian if we wanted to get more of that, or mithril if we wanted to get into mithril. Or shadow bone, which actually is something we can collect, although it is in the opposite direction of the way I'm heading. I think I am going to save my points for a moment, but I want to look at these and see. Yeah, I don't remember. Artifacts are not particularly good, but they are a wisdom-based item. Scrolls are better, as I recall. But I don't remember what the better one is for like the types of characters we have. I think I want to grab scrolls. Because it'll unlock both the books and the scrolls, and we can figure out from there which one to use. Artifacts, well, here we go. Specialize in spiritual and mental challenges. Low speed, medium damage, or low speed, high damage. Allows you to craft scrolls that do not have basic attack skill. That doesn't really help. Doesn't really help me decide which one I want. But at the moment, that's kind of irrelevant. Because what I want to do is actually go north. Alright, we should be able to get a fair amount of wood from that, and then could cook some food, or we can make some more of this stuff. So if I want to make more of this, I can turn these into more of those, so we should do that. That should actually get quite a few of those done. And then, what do I have the smallest amount of? That. And still going to take 2 turns. I'm 1 point shy. That's really annoying. Who can I pull off of something else? I guess I could pull one of these girls off. Like, put her there. Something like that. Sure, everybody gets to work. Okay. Now, we should be able to get up here into the areas that we haven't actually seen yet. Ooh. Elvenwood. So Elvenwood is the improved version of Tier 2 wood. Remember, improved versions of resources are lighter, but have the same amount of essence as a typical Tier 2, as a normal Tier 2. They're just lighter. So they're good for characters with low strength. Also, they have a small chance of making trash items. Wild resources have a much higher chance of making trash items. Alright, we should have a little bit of movement left over. Unfortunately, I'm not seeing any quest markers, and that's what we're really looking for. But we still have 24 turns, so... Okay, there's a snake's nest up here. We should be able to get some extra XP off of that. And from here, I guess I could... this is going to take 800, but it actually won't take that long with my best gatherers on it. And in fact, if I go to equipment, she doesn't even have a gathering tool at the moment. So like, we could pull that gathering tool off of her and put that crafting tool on her, because she is actually a craftsman and she is actually a gatherer. Yeah, the quartz spear is pretty trash. We'll just break that. And then this shield actually is a pretty good shield. It's not quite as good as our shield. What is our shield here? How much shielding? This is giving 15. There it is. 15.4 shielding, and then it has the shield's up ability. This is 10.8. I can just throw it on her since I don't really have much else. And then the boar can go on my other child. So now that she's grown up, she'll actually have some reasonable stats, some reasonable abilities. We'll put the boar on this child. And since we're going to be here for a couple of turns, we ought to get our craftsman to craft us something. So one of the things that we definitely need to craft them was more armor, because we got some more characters. So let's get another set of this. That's only going to take one turn. Very nice. 6% chance of a master quality and 5% chance of a trash quality. And then everybody else, can I get enough research to get any of this done? That's 4 turns. That's 6 turns, so maybe just some cooking. Some cooking. Cancel. This is the only thing we can cook. So we can get you on the cooking, and then composites. Can't make any more of those. I could turn so we could take dried wood and coal and turn it into wood. We don't really need to do that. But this is one way to get more firewood out of a piece of dryad wood. I really need to get more research done so that I can do more with this. Because right now, I can't really do anything useful with any of this stuff. Okay, well, this is fine. We'll put you there. Sure. They're not actually going to get this done. Actually, if we take him off the food, him here on the coal, we can actually get some coal. And then we are going to be here for 2 turns, so that's fine. And then she needs to do something, so we'll just put her there just so she's getting XP. And we're going to be here for 2 turns. We now have the armor, so go to equipment. And somebody else needed a suit of this. I think it was her. Everybody's got one except for her, who has slightly better armor for physical combat at the moment. And then we could make either another crafting or gathering tool. We'll go crafting. Let's see. I do have some wild granite, but not quite enough. It's like we can... Yeah, that's not quite... I need 2 more. And then we have, like, iron, but that's pretty lame. So I could make, like, a worker's aid or a really crappy inventor's aid. It's not terrible, though. Increases research and crafting skill by a percentage. How long would it take to make that? 2 more turns. Yeah, I need something I can do in 1 turn. What about this? 2 turns. Okay, well... Try to make, like... I think that bow's worse than the one that we have. Well, we'll go ahead and make it anyways. Okay, we got a low faith alert. That's not good. Alright, what did we end up uncovering here? Steel. Okay, steel is the basic tier 2 resource. Let's go to equipment. Let's see, who is really hurting here? So, our children, probably, yeah. Really low faith at the moment. Let's click on him. Let's see. So yeah, this actually is worse than the bone bow that we have. That's interesting. We can still give it to somebody though. Who has potentially high... I don't think she can carry it, it's too heavy. Oh no, she can. Yeah, we'll just give that to her. Alright, if I zoom in here, I can see the snake's nest north of us. That's where we want to head. Clear the nest. We're pretty good at taking care of snakes. And we have no movement left. So we should set up camp and get some dryad wood. And while we're here, is there anything I can research quickly? Not quickly, but there are a few things we could research. children in there. That's probably fine. I do notice our first leather deposit, furs. She leveled up, and we're definitely going to go for another 2 points in wisdom. Let's move up to here and see what we can see. So up on top of this hill, you can see the elevation again is helping us see a little further out. I see regular leather, fur leather, and scaled leather. So tier 1, tier 2, and tier 2 improved. That's good. We didn't have leather anywhere near our other site that we were thinking of putting our village. So one thing I'm noticing, excuse me, sorry about that. One thing I'm noticing in this playthrough, and I don't know if it's the difficulty setting or what, but I've noticed a lot more coal deposits on this main island, and I'm not used to seeing coal deposits on this main island. So we can head over this way and see what's over here in this corner, and then maybe cut back around over into this area. There's also a very, very tiny little island out here in the water, but we won't be able to get to that without a raft. This spot, I don't have any movement, and I can't really craft anything, so it might not be worth camping. Unless I have something I could cook, maybe, or any composites or anything like that. So what do we got here? I should be able to make some new stuff, right? I don't think we've made this before. Oh, we have got the seaweed. I totally forgot about the seaweed. Let's throw the seaweed in there. Let's make some sushi. And then I want the girls, the children gathering or cooking or doing anything that they can. I don't know for certain if this actually helps with our experience. Like, if characters that are actually doing something get more XP, even if they don't finish the task. But I think that might be the case, so. Okay, we'll go ahead and bring camp. And we're going to head right over to there. There's a point of interest, that's what we were looking for. We've still got 20 turns of winter, believe it or not. We can camp here, and we can get a bunch of vegetables. One thing I haven't done yet, we do have a ritual, and the ritual can help improve your spiritual healing. So this is one thing you can do to replace your faith when it starts to get low. We could do Dryad Wood, and I don't think we have anything else. Yeah, I don't have any of the foods I need. So one of the things that I like to do in this game, particularly for the spiritual healing, is carry lots of the herbs. Herbs can be used for cooking, but they're also really efficient for spiritual healing. So having a nice stack of herbs can allow you to use this more regularly. Also, Dryad Wood is specific to this slot. So for whatever reason, Dryad Wood works really well for this particular task. But unfortunately, we don't have what we need to do it, so we're not going to be doing that. So I put him there, and then I put, say, her there. Him there. Actually, I'm gonna put him there and him there, and then I'm gonna add the children. No, not her. This kiddo, yeah. That's not quite enough. Need like 270, right? 270 to roll it into 3. Let's put her there. No foods at the moment that I can cook. So we'll just throw people on these and see if that helps. Alright, found some good stuff. Free stuff, even. We also found another deposit of elven wood. Easy peasy. Blessings for all. Ooh, and we found some interesting stuff. So a fur artifact is a wisdom base attack. We actually have a character with pretty high wisdom. And then some armor, some very heavy armor. 22 defense and some seaweed. We'll definitely take a look at that. Let's see. So the heavier armor can go on this character. And then the artifact. Which one of our characters had super high wisdom? That would be her. So she can carry that. What does that look like on her? 35, yeah, that's pretty good actually. So that's a pretty cool wisdom attack that she has there if we get into any kind of a yellow type combat. And then this, I think we'll probably just break this down. We're not going to use it for anybody else, so that'll just give us some more raw materials to trade or do whatever with. Lots of wood over here, and also some type of snake. We're out of movement, and I can't gather anything. I don't really... There's nothing we can cook either. We're not quite good enough at research yet to get to this. But I am considering building that research tool. So if I build a crafting tool, my best crafting tool is probably going to be that, right? That's actually slightly better. A little bit heavier, but slightly better. Let's go with that. It'll only take 2 turns. Actually, hold on. Yeah, 2 turns. Make sure that our highest ranked one is in the front. I don't know how much that plays into anything, but we'll go ahead and get that made, and then We'll just throw everybody else on random research, just in case they get any extra XP off of that.
Ever since that odd dream, or even before that, you had a sense of the world being wrong. It is a fleeting feeling, a butterfly that flutters in your gut every now and again. You ignored it before, but now its intensity makes you fall to your knees. And as you look around, searching for a reason, a black crow lands on a branch and stares at you intensely.
Okay, so we have some options. The crow reeks of darkness. We can attack it. We can do nothing. It's merely a crow. Or we can reach out and show the creature that we're no danger to it. We are kind of the nature-y, elfy people, so that
True
sounds
to your
good to me.
path, at least this time. You did not stay on this path when dealing with the failed chosen, did you? You did not choose to soothe the man's broken soul or to offer solace. A shame for one supposedly walking the path of harmony. I am no one of importance, at least not to you, but I do have a question for you. Why are you needed? Why don't your gods send armies of chosen to solve this world-shattering problem? And do you think you have reached your true potential yet, Chosen One? An inquisitive mind is the brightest, yes. I do, but I will not share them with you. I am merely here to point you in the right direction. If you wish to unlock your true potential, you must find out why the gods remain weak. Follow your divine path and search for the truth.
Alright, so we've chosen Nature's Domain. We'll see how that plays out. We got a nice bunch of research and experience, and everybody leveled up, so let's go ahead and grab points for everybody. So he's the high wisdom character, so let's go ahead and add more wisdom. We're definitely going to level up her elf ability. She's not a gatherer anyway, she's a craftsman. 2 points in perception on a hunter is hard to pass up. 1 point of mysticism is what I wanted to get her leveled up. And then this girl, not quite sure what we're going to do with her yet, but I'm going to go ahead and take the 2 points in wisdom for now. So we'll see how that goes. What is everybody doing again? Oh yeah, we were crafting that tool. Did we get it done? No, we needed one more turn. Alright, so let's go ahead and do that.
As you recover from yet another nasty tremor and look around in the debris for useful resources, you spot an odd-looking man sitting behind a table, surrounded by all sorts of strange contraptions, scrolls, vials, and tools.
Alright, let's speak to him.
You approach the man and he looks up at you, puzzled, then looks around for a bit and mumbles, "Damn mercs, one tremor and they run off. What? I mean, how can I help you?"
Okay.
Oh, well, I'm measuring the tremors, the strength, how long they last, the frequency with which they occur, trying to pinpoint the epicenter, you see.
So we already know about this quest. This is pretty much part of the main quest line. We always end up talking to this guy, and he gives us a
I'm
list.
looking for the beginning of it all, the catalyst or the culprit, whatever I find. And I am close, but I need to take measurements from within a cave. And it seems occupied by bandits, a large cohort, uninterested in the fate of the world, you see.
There's a number of different ways to deal with the bandits.
Well, the way I see it, there are a few ways to deal with it. One, try to parley with a lot. An awful idea if you ask me, but who knows? Second's obvious, but not my cup of tea. Brute force. And then there's always other ways. Like I heard the scavengers who live nearby hate the bandits. The feud amongst rabble, hey? Perhaps use that. Yes, your grasp of the finer details is impressive. I should also say I tried asking them. Got myself robbed, beaten, and barely escaped with my life. Just so you know the sort you're dealing with, if you choose to help, that is.
Okay. We will agree to help, and we'll figure out a way to help him momentarily. It looks like the Lightbringer quest has shifted over here, or we've actually moved far enough south that we've re-encountered the Lightbringers. Yeah, there are 2 Lightbringer camps, unfortunately. Let's finish scouting the tip of this peninsula. Before I do that, I did get it. And it was a junk item. That really blows. Alright, so I want to put this on whoever has the highest research. So my best researcher is this chick. So we're definitely going to equip her with it. There we go. So we'll take that off. We'll throw that on her. And now she should be even better at research, which might be enough. Yeah. So now we can actually get 250 research done in a single turn. So any turn we don't have anything better to do, these two should just do research. And then that should give us 1 point of science or research every turn. And then as this bar fills up, we get more advancement points. So that just helps increase the speed of that ever so slightly. We don't need to stay here another turn. We can break camp and get some combat done. Take the free loot. Yeah, that's all I can do. Okay, so just show what I'm talking about. So now we get this done in 1 turn. Gathering. Let's see. He can do that. He can do that. He can do that. We can actually make some of this. And then there we go. Everybody's doing something. Good stuff. Okay, so we found the Dolage. So this adventure, again, some of these adventures are not tied to where you're at on the map. They just sort of happen over time. We'll wait for the Dola to appear and change us. Go into the tavern. When you enter the back room of an ordinary human tavern, you'll within find an unusual crowd. A Hocklick, Pine Conet, a Shishak, and a Tooth Fairy all sit around a table hunched over bowls filled with water. There are dice on the table and an odd scoreboard behind. The Tooth Fairy beckons you. Don't know you, but you got the tooth, so come on in. Grab a chair and a bowl and we'll deal you in. Sit down. We could attack these guys and be done with it. Just like smack them around. Or sit down, say you want to play, no nonsense, just the game, whatever it is. Okay. Roll the dice, figure out the best way to ignore the mortal, have fun. Use your people skills here to read others, bluff and call their bluff too. If we auto-resolve this, we guarantee victory. Name your people, and Leopold, name your people only. Okay, so we won the game. You watch and learn and bluff your way to victory. The other demons are miffed, but admit your dominance. The Tooth Fairy looks angry, but asks, so a newbie wins. Beginner's luck, to be sure. Here's a reward. You can name a dozen mortals and demons exempt from the game for 3 years, as per the rules. Name your people and Leopold. Sure. Alright, the deal's sealed. See you around. Preferably not at the table. I ain't playing with you no more. And we got a leather scroll. And we also got a Shishak, who decides to join us. Okay. Let's switch. Let's see here. What does this do? Increases gathering. Interesting. Well, I guess we'll put you on this guy, since he's a gatherer, and you'll be doing some gathering. As far as crafting is concerned, this is a pretty poor crafting tool, but it's still a crafting tool. And then we also have a leather scroll. So, for example, the scroll's much worse in almost every respect, except for the fact that you can use it during red combat, and random blast actually can hit multiple targets. Then again, so can the artifact weapon, which has a hammer attack. Hammer attacks are kind of like a T-shape, like a Tetris piece. I think I would rather just stick with what I have. But I guess we could throw the scroll on her. We could also throw the tool on her. Nope, too heavy. That's fine. Alright. Break camp. Let's go take care of these baddies. Let's actually fight this one. Yeah, I think we get a better reward when we fight than when we use the hunter. Have any more movement? I do not. Alright, so we can get meat. But we should always do this first, because... What? Why did my research drop? I'm not sure. Clearly we were getting... Is it because we gained another point? It says we were definitely getting more research earlier. I'm not sure what changed. I'm guessing that we had some type of blessing that was enhancing our stats. So now we're 2 turns. Well, that's unfortunate. But that's okay. We'll just put these 2 to work on meat. Something like that. That should give us a lot of resources for a turn. In addition, we now have this. So, Ghostly Axe, we could increase its damage quite a bit. She should definitely get the point in crafting, and she should definitely take the extra point in dizzying powder before we learn something new. Alright. New adventure? Or the game's gonna freeze again? That's interesting. Not sure what that was about. Let's go ahead and break camp. We can do the Smithy's Legacy. We should definitely grab as many of these quests as we can while winter's still active. Skip the job, find his 2 granddaughters. So we've seen this quest before in one of my previous playthroughs. I'm not going to do the whole thing. We'll just skip the story. Get right to finding the granddaughters. He's going to give us some... Okay, so they're actually both really close. Let's go here first. Sorry, that's not what I wanted to do. I'm going to go here first. Do I not have any more movement? I do not have any more movement. Well. We actually have plenty of weight capacity, so I'm going to continue to gather stuff while we can. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. My dogs were being a pain. I think we're getting close to ending this video. Found an iron deposit down here, but not much else. Do I want to camp? I don't think we really need to. We did get another level on this guy. Destiny or perception? Perception is an important stat for a gatherer and for somebody using a bow. We'll just end the turn. Alright. Investigate the fog and shrubbery, discover some ancient ruins. As you scour the old ruins, you notice you're not the first to arrive. The other group does not see you yet, but this may change at any moment. Investigate or attack. Let's investigate. As you approach the other group, you realize too late that they are not scavengers, but bandits waiting to ambush you. We're the General. We're the kind of types. We take care of your stuff. We let you leave alive. We could try to intimidate them, or we can just straight up fight them. I think we'd probably have better luck intimidating them. Yes, we'll accept that. You look burly enough, and we're getting tired. Perhaps it's best we give you some of our stuff, and you leave us be. Agree to take their stuff and leave them be, or attack them and fight. It should be easier now that they're scared. We'll just agree to take their stuff, and what did we get? A steel crossbow, and some fruit. Nothing very useful. Okay, so the first of the Smithy's legacy is up there, and the second one is way back that way. I do want to continue all the way down to the end of this. And there's a wolf slayer over here we should clear. While we're in this spot, I guess we can camp. There's a lot of stuff to gather here, so everybody can get some experience from gathering. Definitely gather the food. Actually, she can gather the iron. Not quite. Alright, well, we'll put her on the food, and then that should give us like 2 things of grain. 286, huh? We can put... That's 247. Yeah, we need like these 2 on the iron. And then something like that maybe, or have these guys do something else. Cooking. We should have some new meals we can make now. So, I think we made some sushi before, but I forgot to put it on the list. We can also make whatever this is. Okay, so Man, we're just really bad at cooking. Let's go to my inventory real quick. And we'll put this tool on him for a turn. And that should... Yeah, that was enough points to get this up to 1 turn. Alright, she's going to keep pouring points in wisdom. He's going to keep gathering. Alright, and then break camp. Fight the wolves. And this is going to be a super easy fight because, yeah. So one of the things to keep in mind when you start to get a very large party is you get 7 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you have more than 7 characters in a party, you only get 7 cards. I don't know for sure if it is just a random 7 or if it is always your 7 strongest characters in order of their rank and level. That is my guess, because the one card we are missing is the weakest child. So, that being said, we'll go ahead and get her out. She has a very fast attack with this now, and it's actually pretty good damage. The wolf is pretty quick as well, but not as quick as us. And there's only one of these, so if we can get another attack off super quick... Who's got the fastest attack here? We got a couple. His attack is 13. We can actually get her off again. So she's going to get 2 attacks off. But now he's played a bite that's going to go off first. What we're going to do is Hunter's Mark him. And I'm going to pass my turn. And then we're going to Hunter's Mark him again. Yeah. And now both of our attacks go off before his attack gets to go off. And then in addition to that, we want one other character to do something. That could give me extra shielding. Target 2 or more allies for 7 shielding. Yeah, let's do that. So just boost their shielding up well above what these guys can attack through. Get that first attack off. And then we get our second attack off. And kaboom. Easy peasy. Hunter's Mark is really powerful. I like it a lot. Okay. You come across an unusual group of travelers. A huge spider queen who is sitting atop a wagon, several smaller spiders rushing around her, a few bees, a zerka, and a human warrior. Their heated discussion halts when they see you. They draw weapons and stand ready. Hold! Who goes there? Shouts the warrior. Tell them we're just passing and asking if they need assistance. They cover the wagon, but you spot a lot of blood bones stashed away. They look at each other. The Zerka speaks. You are not one of us, so we do not wish for your help. Please leave us be. We can try to convince them. So they have a... What is this? Some type of warrior. She's got a shield, brute force, and toughness. Their Zerka's going to be the real problem because he's going to have Inspire. but that's not actually a really good spell. Huh. And the spider has showing off and reliable arguments, also poison. If we auto-resolve this, we get perfect victory, so we'll take that. Okay, the Slovenians felt we were disrespectful. They took our home and burned the young as if they were beasts. If you truly want to aid us reclaim our nest, it is rich in blood bones collected over many years. You can harvest them if you like. Ask if they are part of the Stinger faction. Yes, but only in the same way that you are Slovenian. We share some beliefs that are kin, but not precisely the same. Agree to help. They gave us a bunch of blood bone. Blood bone is the improved bone resource, so it's lighter than regular bone, but it has good essence, a tier 2 level essence. And it has a very small chance of producing trash quality. Tell them we'll do our best. This gives us another quest, which is good. The more quests we have right now, the better. We've also arrived at the lair of the animals. We should be able to clear this pretty easily. This wolf is the only one that's going to be problematic. But we can get perfect victory, so let's do that. And we can move, but is there anywhere to move to that's any use? Not really. Guess we can move back this way one tile. I don't think there's any need to camp. We'll just end the turn and keep moving. Okay. So, the traumatic events of the last few days made it clear that your child is a child no more. They now face the time of the cropping, the rite of passage into adulthood. We have a chance to roll for a witch because we did get the mysticism points high enough, and we also have a cat. So let's go ahead and begin the trials and see what happens. Ooh, interesting. I've never seen this before. The young witch must enter the Grey World and seek her destiny within. The child strays, and the Grey World strips her flesh away, leaving only an angry spirit. Still they return to you. Oh my. Quite interesting. Rejoice. Alright, we got another point. And this child has leveled up. We can actually throw 2 more points into wisdom and make this child a wisdom-based character. And then this character, I'm just going to keep putting points into destiny. That is our chosen, by the way, I believe. So we got all kinds of stuff going on. You can see all the little yellow dots on the map are markers for quests that we have started. We have 8 characters in total now, and I really want to take a look at our... Yeah. So, she's a wraith. Tormented soul that was torn out of its body and left to roam the land in anger. Wraiths are often bound to cursed objects or places. She can still use weapons, which is interesting, but she can't have pets or armor. She can have tools, surprisingly, and her stats. What did we get? 10 strength. Mysticism's pretty high, wisdom's pretty high. Well, I think I'll put this on her for now. Mysticism's pretty high, I said, so let's give her the scroll. Yeah, that's not terrible. And then the cat. Who are we going to put the cat on? Cat gives mysticism of 1. The only person that's using a mysticism-based weapon So I guess we'll just throw it on her. Alright. So, obtaining a witch is a pretty cool little thing that we wanted to try to do. And I think that makes this a good place to end the video for tonight, since we're getting close to 2 hours here. So I'm going to call it for this evening. If you're enjoying the series, please leave me a like, give me a comment if you have anything that you noticed or anything that you appreciate about the videos and the information that I'm giving you. And again, this has been TheNosePlays, and you guys have a